And we're back. Welcome back to the Who Need One podcast. We are back at McKinley's Irish Pub, and we're excited to have another podcast with the group here. This is actually podcast number 10. So I know usually the sitcoms or TV shows like to celebrate 100 episodes, but I'm gonna hit all the zeros. So today is our 10th podcast, and we're just excited about the things we've done and where we're going with this platform. Just want to kind of take the day and just recap things that we've talked about. Has have had some great guests, and I'm just honored that they took the time out of their day, one to drive to Clayton to sit with us at the high top and to share their story. And I'm thankful and grateful, and I'm in awe of them just willing to do it and trusting me with it because everyone usually don't take me too serious. I like to joke, I like to play, I like to have a good time. But talking about sports is a passion of mine, and I've talked about this on day one that I'm just doing this as a project that I enjoy doing. Sometimes you get up and go to work every day, and sometimes you like your job, sometimes you don't. But I said, yeah, I want to do something that I enjoy doing. So here we are, and with this being the 10th episode, I'm just excited that we've gotten to 10, and I'm going to continue on until Jackie and T put a lock on the door and or change the locks on me. But today I don't have any special guests. I'm going to just recap what we've talked about, and just really this is a day of gratitude and appreciation appreciation for everyone who's come out and shared and talked with us and shared with us, and just kind of I guess have a what are they doing now? What I've seen on Facebook, what I've heard some of the accomplishments of some of the people who have made since they aired on the podcast. But and then after I talk a little bit, you get sick of hearing me. I'm going to have the owner, Teresa Adams, come up, and we're just going to share what's going on, where McKinley's is, what they've done, where they're headed, and what's coming up in the near future. But so much to talk about, so much that we have talked about. Of course, we're going to just on the back end, Teresa and I are going to just share a little bit about the World Cup, but a lot has happened and a lot is getting ready to happen as far as the U.S. Open, I mean, excuse me, the Open, not the U.S. Open, the actual Open, the British Open that's coming up. That's starting tomorrow. That's always a fun tournament for everyone to get up at 9 o'clock in the morning and start watching golf. That's always a fun thing to do. We got the MLB All-Star break was this week. They had the game yesterday, the American League One. It was a very exciting weekend. So now that the All-Star break is over, we're getting ready to start, focusing on getting ready for the playoffs and the pennant race. So I'm excited about baseball tuning up for the second half of the season. And of course, we just had Wimbledon. That's always fun to watch. But just a lot to talk about, and a lot of things that has happened and that will happen. But just want to recap a little bit. Just go down, I guess, a walk down memory lane. Um, uh, First podcast I had Carmen Bork on. It was honored that she had just ran her 10th Boston Marathon, her 20th overall marathon. And one thing that Carmen, she's our resident runner. I like to call her. I'm always in awe of things that she does, outside of being a mother of four, that she continues her passion of running. And so we're just an update. Just recently found out she talked about the seven major marathons: the New York City, the Chicago, the Sydney, Berlin, London, Boston, and Tokyo. So good news for Carmen. She was just recently given an invite to running the Tokyo Marathon. So that's another marathon that she's getting ready to check off her list. And we're so proud of you, Carmen. We're always in your corner. We're rooting for you. So we're excited about, about your trek over to Japan to running that Tokyo Marathon. And again, that's another notch on your belt, and we're just looking forward to it, and we're excited about it. So number two podcast, I had my former coaches, Wanda Watkins and Mary Weiss. They came on, and I'm very honored for them to come out and just talk to us about their 30 plus years of coaching at Campbell and influencing uh, thousands of hundreds of young women, and just, their great career at Campbell University and the things that they have seen over the decades and how things have changed, how things have changed with recruiting, with athletes, how we handle athletes now, how we, just the changes they've seen over the years at Campbell, and just had such a great career at Campbell University. And so excited to have them. And then I ended it up with Rachel Goddard. She's our resident Caniac, and this was back when the Hurricanes were really starting off in the playoffs, and they were having such a great run. And it was an early run, so we were pretty much sweeping everybody. And so our resident Caniac, Rachel Goddard, came on and just gave us a little insight, and just kept us going with what the Canes were doing. So then, of course, we roll around to week 3, podcast number 3. Mr. Coach Rad, Daddy Ball University himself, Coach Rad, came out to just to present his hilarious satire of him just making fun of Daddy Ball, the Daddy Ball world, and all the rules that that can apply to some of the Daddy Ball coaches out there. It's all in good fun, and he's a coach, he's a Daddy Ball coach himself, and it's just a chance to sit back and just laugh and just lighthearted ribbon at that world of Daddy Ball. And just so glad that he's local. And an update on him is that he is gonna be the coach of our team. My kid plays for TPA, and his son is joining the team, and he's gonna coach our team. So we're excited about that. Thank you guys. I see I'm starting to get a hang of this tech world. I see the cheers for the episode by Crystal. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you, Will. Tyrone. Hey, Tyrone, this high school team classmate. Thank you guys so much for chiming in and listening in. But so then after Daddy Ball University, number 4, we were graced by a former Hurricane player himself, Bates Battaglia. He came in. Thank you, Rachel Goddard. She was instrumental in getting Bates out here. But it was just great to have a former Canes player come out in the middle of the playoffs, just talking about his experience, his journey with how he got to play with the Hurricanes and his journey, and, some encouraging words from him while the team were in the playoffs. So that was amazing to have Bates on. And we were just excited to have him here. And this funny thing is, he told me on the podcast that he had 3 bars. So funny that this past weekend, a bunch of us went down to Carolina Beach with our friends, about 20 of us, and we had the best time. And we actually went to one of Bates's bars. So we had a great time, Bates. Keep it up. Maybe I can visit your other 2, but again, we still want Bates to come out and bring his group of friends out here to McKinley's, and we'll show him what a good time McKinley's can have. But so again, that was number 4. At 4B, we had a segment also on that same podcast with Lauren Rice and Rochelle Parrott. I had a segment basically talking about friendships forged through sports. Rochelle and Lauren and many other of the players in their era, they all still are tight knit group. They still keep in contact, and they all still go out. They usually go on trips, several trips throughout the year. And it just, it hit me that I have friendships today that were basically forged through sports, and I really value those friendships, and I still have a lot of those today. Over the years, I just turned 55. I played high school ball. I played college ball. I've coached college ball, and then I played as an adult. And you really meet a lot of great people because of sport. You meet them through sports, and then once you meet, you just kind of keep those friendships going. But that was a great segment, and I really did enjoy them all. And of course, next up, podcast number 5, we had Jackson McMullen, and we really enjoyed Jackson coming on. And I always want to try to leave this format open for anyone who's have a passion in sports. And Jackson has always had a passion with playing, but then once he graduated, he continued that passion on in the workforce. he's just decided to make sport his career. So he began to work at UNC athletics, and he was working in the ticket office. And I told him he was going to become UNC's AD one day. So he's doing it the right way. He's going to learn every step of the way through what all the athletics entails. And there's so much involved with college athletics that I think that he's going to just excel once he gets to that point where he can start applying for those AD jobs. But now Jackson is working at Kansas, University of Kansas. So he's at Kansas, and he's getting another I guess another outlook on in a different setting with a different university. And there's some things that he probably can draw, experiences he can draw from Kansas and bring it back to North Carolina when he's ready to come back. So we're excited about Jackson and where his path is going. Also, and then on the same podcast, we had McKinley's own Christian Pittman. She's we call it our resident NASCAR girl. She's so passionate about racing and NASCAR. So we were just we had just gotten the news of the crash of Kyle Busch, and it was just fitting for her to come on and talk about her love of NASCAR, and just to, I guess, pay homage to Kyle Busch and his career. So we were really happy to have her on. All right, podcast six. We had the Goddard family on. The Hurricanes were still deep in their run. They were doing excellent, and Rachel's sons, Riker and Colton, are both in hockey. They're playing hockey right now. They're young, and they're thriving, and they love the sport, and they are just passionate Caniacs as well. So just had to have them on just to talk about their journey and how they're starting right now. So we're happy to have them on. And also Mr. Daddy Ball, Daddy's back. He came back to visit us again. Again, he's a local guy, so I tell him anytime he wants to swing through here, please stop by and let us know what's going on with him. But I talked about him joining our team. We're excited to have him as our coach, one of our coaches. But just kudos to him. He was a head coach with the GBI team, and he just took his team to Pigeon Forge, and they won the championship. So congratulations, I guess, Coach Rand. You know what you're talking about. So, and all those daily rules apply. When applied, you do great. So again, just congratulations to you, your team. We're excited about having you aboard, and again, anytime you want to come through here, you're always welcome. All right. So, and then we had on our 7th podcast, we had Cole and Rodney Parrish. That's a father-son duo. I met them through UPS. They were both drivers there, and we all worked together in the Durham Center. And that was a great podcast about Cole's journey, and also Joey McMullen. He's also one of my great friends. I enjoy watching him grow up, and he's also played college basketball. So the podcast was centered around the new athletic path for a lot of kids now. It's D2, D3, and JUCO. And we always talked about how a lot of kids, or parents, I should say, their mindset is my kid will play D1 or they just won't play. But we found out through Joe and through Cole that those D2, D3 JUCO opportunities are excellent opportunities, and you get just as much fulfillment out of those establishments as you would a D1. There's nothing different. It's just more money in D1, and I guess the size of the players sometimes is always a factor. But don't sleep on those other opportunities, especially what we talked about with the portal. How a lot of kids are going to will have to go through that avenue, because the spots for D1 and for D1 are just getting smaller and smaller because of that portal. But we had 2 good examples of some very successful young men that thrived and had great success in the D2, D3 JUCO system. So we're excited to have them, and thank you, Rodney, for coming in and talking on the behalf of the parent. So then number 8 podcast. thoroughly enjoyed this conversation with my good friend Bob Weissman, who's an assistant athletic director at Duke University. It was just great to hear him and his explanation of the new eligibility rules for college kids. The NIL. The NIL is something that we all hear about, but he really gave us a deep dive in how some of that works, and that was a really good conversation that I thoroughly enjoyed, and I got a lot of feedback on a lot of people that listened to that podcast, and they really enjoyed Bob. So I definitely, I'm definitely going to have Bob come back, and maybe we could talk a little bit more about other stuff that he does, and like with what Jackson is doing in sports, in the athletic department, how there's another whole occupation out there that's behind the scenes of of an athletic department that no one really thinks about. But thank you, Bob, and just really appreciate him coming out for that. And then just this past week, we had one of our locals for our ninth podcast. We had assistant football coach Darren Banks. He's a local, and he wanted to really just come and really boast about what the Clayton High School football team has done in the past, and he's excited about what they're getting ready to do in the future. So just wants people to come out and really support their local high school football team. I think every Friday night we hear that saying Friday Night Lights, and how small towns rally around the high school football teams. So he really wants to make sure that he gets the word out that they're going to be something to watch, and they got some really great players coming back, and some really great players who already are getting looks for the college level. So they got something. They're going to put a good product on the team, like they do year in and year out. So please come on out and support Coach Darren Banks's team at Clayton High School. But that was not really wonderful podcast, and I'm very proud of them. I'm very proud of all the people that were a part of it, and I'm excited about what I got coming down the pike. I decided not to invite anybody. One, I went to the beach with my friends, and I said, "Look, I'm not going to bother anybody to try to drive out here." So I went to the beach this weekend, had a blast with my friends, had a blast with and to celebrate the owner of McKinley's just celebrated a birthday milestone. So we just went off to the beach and had a great time. So I said, we'll just take the number 10 podcast, and we'll just have a little walk through memory lane and talk about what we've done and the good things we're going to do. I got a couple of people that are getting lined up for July and August. Some great topics. One, I'm going to do a little episode on twinning, which is T with the winning. I know a lot of sets of twins that are in sports, and it's just it'd be cool to just for them to show up and give their experience on their journey as twins and competing in sports together. But that's one of our shows that we're gonna try to book, and then also I want to shine a light on some of our rising seniors. I got some of my own cousins that are seniors in high school that they're facing their senior year, and they're getting ready to I guess tackle their last year, in sports. So we're just going to have some highlight some high school seniors to have them come in to talk about, their journey in high school and how they're excited about, the senior year. I think that's a special year, and I think they're going to have a blast. And I'm sure it's going to be a bittersweet moment as soon as they start back in the fall. But we're going to bring them on and just have some fun with them. But and also just real quick, I'm working on a date probably in August for this amazing young lady who has special needs, and she's but that doesn't stop her. She loves sports just as much as all of us, and she participates in she does rock climbing. I've seen her play basketball. I mean, she's a wonderful young lady, and then she's coaching. So she's doing a lot of great things, and she's not letting anything, she's not letting her disabilities making that excuse for her not to be a part of sports. So we're excited about bringing her on. But again, that's just things that I'm working on coming down the pike. but we're so excited about everything that's happening, that has happened and that will happen. I know that, I don't know much about social media. So I'm asking anybody out there who's paying attention, who's got a good social media, I guess, background, reach out to me because I need help. I got a lot of people wanting to, hear the podcast, and I need to be able to reach more people. So reach out to me, message me if you can help me out with this social media side. I'm old school. I'm doing pretty good just to cut the computer on at this point. But just reach out to me, message me if you can help me out. Maybe we can work together and have a good experience with, you know, helping me out with the social media stuff because I am not good at it. But I just want to say this has been a great first 9 whole part podcast, and this 10th one is just a recap. And of course, I do have a guest, but it is just the one person that is just again opened up her doors to let me come in and to sit at the high top and to bring in all these great people just so they can share their story. But if she's ready, I want her to come on up. Is Teresa out there? Is she ready to come on up? Yeah, as she's walking up, I want to again thank her and wish her a belated happy birthday. She
Oh,
turned.
let's not talk about
I'm not
that.
telling ages. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not revealing ages. It was just a milestone. That's all I'm going to say. But
Big one.
yeah. But thanks again. This has been fun. This is number 10, and I didn't even know what we were going to do with this, but I'm like, wow, I'm having fun.
Yeah.
So
Are you gonna cry?
yeah, no, I'm not crying. No, I'm not crying. I'm not crying. No, but
It's been fun to watch. Really,
thank you for opening up your doors. But this is something that I didn't know what we were gonna do, but I said this is a platform, and I'm like, it's people like you that have given us opportunity to do this, and I haven't gotten as crazy as I probably sometimes want to, but I said I just need to learn. I just need to learn this for this. I guess this whole medium.
yeah.
So
You've done a great job with it. You've been learning as you go. We all have been.
Yeah.
Somewhat. So I'm proud of you for continuing to do this, and look forward to getting a little more crazy.
yeah, 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 it's happening. But let's talk a little bit about what you guys have been doing. I mean, McKinley's is becoming. I keep hearing it's the best bar in Clayton, so which in my eyes is always it's up there. But you guys are taking it to another level.
Yeah, well, we're just trying to create, an atmosphere and a vibe that everybody's having fun, enjoying sports. We try not to get too serious in here with, all the
Yeah,
craziness
Yeah.
that's going on in the
yeah.
world. So
Keep the crazy at the
Yeah.
at the front door.
we're focused on good times, having events that people can come and just kind of cut loose and enjoy themselves. And it's been working out so far.
Yeah.
Everybody's having a blast. We're having a blast. So we're looking forward to doing more fun stuff throughout the year.
Yeah, no, every time I see them now, I was like, hey, what you got going on next? What are you guys doing next? Because every time they put on an event, it's a blast.
Yeah. So this weekend we're doing a brunch on Saturday, and then we'll open early for brunch on Saturday at 9, and then we're opening early Sunday morning because it's the final day of the Open. Which is obviously a major for PGA. So we're going to open early and enjoy some golf. If you enjoy golf, come out and watch it with us. Hopefully, it'll be a good tight leaderboard, and
Yeah.
we can have some fun with that.
They have been. I tell you that they haven't disappointed with the majors this year.
We're going to start having some live music again. Also, in August, the first Friday in August, Brennan is going to join us again.
Okay.
He was a lot of fun, and everybody really enjoyed his music. So he's going to come out on the first Friday for a few hours in the evenings. We're gonna feature our prime rib special again. Play some music and kind of have a whole dinner vibe going on.
That's great.
And then we've got some other music planned for September and October. So we'll keep everybody posted on that.
All right. And tonight, what's going on? We got the World Cup. No, that's not even tonight.
That's 3:00.
3:00.
Have the last semifinal game. And then that's right. Tonight we have a beer pong contest.
I'm like, what
Thanks
is
for setting me up.
today?
Thanks for setting me up for that. We've never done it before, so. Chrissy, our GM, does a great job of putting all our stuff on our social media. So hopefully everybody has seen that. We've had a sign out front. We're gonna have teams sign up, have a little bit of practice time between 6:30 and 7:30, and then the contest, the tournament will start at 7:30. We'll have a little bracket and take everybody through it and have surprises at the end.
Yeah.
For winners.
Well, they, and I think this is piggybacking off of Father's Day
Yeah.
celebration. They had they had a
Yeah.
golf, putting, contest, and they had to go beer pong, and that was just so much fun, and I think
It was very competitive.
it was very competitive,
It's
so
crazy.
I think
Crazy.
the light bulb came on
Yeah.
for Chrissy. Was like, hey,
Yeah.
we need to do
Well,
this
we've had a
again.
lot of people say that they would come and play. They should do this routinely. It'd
Yeah.
be fun. So again, it's just something to give folks an opportunity to relax a little bit.
Yeah, and compete.
Yeah.
Yeah, those
be
of us that
competitive.
can get out on the football field
That's right.
anymore. But
Oh, you're giving up now?
no, I'm not. We just won't let Jackie be wide receiver.
Yeah.
But anyway, but that's great, and I'm excited about today. I mean, did you watch the match last
I
night?
did. I mean, it's a semifinal game
Yeah.
in Spain, and,
Yeah.
you can't be surprised by it. I was a little kind of taken back on how aggressive Spain was defensively.
Yeah. Well, and the thing about it is like I think that's been their niche this whole tournament. But
Yeah.
we're all about the bells and the whistles of the great scores.
Yes.
That Spain is actually, or they're undefeated last 37 games, and I laugh and I'm like, we want
Yeah,
to see
so
the
we shouldn't be
scores.
surprised.
Yeah, we shouldn't be surprised, but
I'm excited about the game today. I'm sure it'll be another good one. I'm kind of pulling for England a little bit.
I'm pulling for Messi. I mean, he's on his way out, and I wouldn't mind the back-to-back stories. So.
Yeah.
But England,
You're always about a good story.
I love the stories. And I love the older guys still in it, trying to win it.
Yeah.
So, but I think it's going to be amazing, and I'm actually kind of sad it's coming to an end.
I know.
It's been such a great World Cup. Aside from the other gold statue that I see people that I see them on the field try to win is the Oscar for all the acting.
Early on in the tournament, they were getting yellow cards, and I mean, the flopping that went on yesterday was a little aggressive.
Well, and it has been, and again, I'm not going to bash it to the point. I know it's part of the game, but it seemed like it was a little bit more intense this time around than normal. But
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe they can FIFA can clean that up a little bit to discourage the flopping. But then I forgot that I was thinking, oh, there's 2 more games left, but I forgot about the consolation game.
Yes.
So we do have the game
Saturday.
on Saturday. In the travel ball world, we call that the gold medal bracket. Excuse me, the bronze medal bracket.
Bronze medal.
Yeah, the bronze medal bracket. So
Not losers bracket.
yeah, not the losers bracket. So that'll be whoever loses today will play France on Saturday. The final on Sunday.
You got to think that third place is not first, and there's a lot of sayings about if you're not number 1, you're whatever. But I mean,
Shake and bake.
yeah, I mean,
First away.
yeah, it's the World Cup.
Yeah,
I mean, you're playing another very competitive team.
30 plus countries.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm sure they'll get fired up.
Yeah. So we still got 3 more games left. But if you're around today and if you want to get out of work early and you're in the area, come through and watch the game with us today. And then this weekend's gonna be a blast. They had a blowout time for the last brunch they put on, and you got with golf and you got soccer on. Saturday is going to be amazing, and then Sunday is going to be finale for everything.
Yeah,
so
looking forward to it.
It's going to be a good time. But do you have anything else you want to share?
I'm good.
Okay, well, and again, I'm not going to have any outside guests come on today. I just wanted to, again, tell everyone who's been watching, who's been supporting. If you want to come on, give me a message. You're welcome to come out and talk sports. We're talking sports. We're talking nothing else. I don't want to talk about nothing else for sports. But this is a safe space, and you'll get a chance to check out McKinley's and come and meet the locals, the regulars. Teresa and Jackie, they're always here. You know, you get to meet the owners. They have a great bartending staff, have a great, GM and Chrissy. So come out here and meet all the girls, I like to say.
Yeah.
And look at Rick.
And Rick, and Rick.
On the back end. But,
Pat, yeah.
oh, yeah, it's Pat. And the guys in the kitchen, I mean, they crank out some great food. I mean, you won't be disappointed.
Yeah.
So,
Come and see us.
yep, come and see McKinley's. And again, we'll be here every Wednesday. And we're gonna, I'll get back to the outside guests. I know, again, you don't want to hear me talk, but thank you again for paying attention and tuning in. And I'm gonna do better with the social media part of this and getting this out to more people. But, just want to thank everyone for your support so far. And all feedback is welcome, good and bad, because again, there's always room for improvement. And, like I said, we've come a long way from the first one because I knew my sound wasn't great. I just had a lot of stuff technically that I just had to work on.
Yeah.
But we're getting there together. So thanks to Teresa McKinley's, and, we're gonna sign off, and we'll see you next Wednesday, and always, who need one?